Hello and welcome to Teacher Duo. Myself Rupam Dhoni. Today I am going to discuss about the second session, that is reasoning. So in the first session of this law entrance crash course, Madam taught about the English. So my part is about the reasoning. So here today I will discuss about three part of the reasoning, that is analogy, then series, and also some numerical puzzles. So let's start with the today's session. Okay, so as I told that today I will first discuss about the analogy. So here analogy is what? Analogy is there are different part of analogy where you have to you will get some options, get some similarities, and accordingly you have to identify from these options that which will be more suitable with the given question. So here the first question is about the flow, river, then stagnant what? Right. So see how you can give the answers. Here the flow means what? Flow, see, the flow is related to river. How? Because river and time does not wait for none, right? So that means always river is flows uh, here and there, right? But stagnant, वो रुक जाता है। सो इसमें कौन सा ऑप्शन है जो रुक जाता है? यहाँ पे रेन हो गया, स्ट्रीम हो गया। स्ट्रीम क्या है? स्ट्रीम ऑलवेज फ्लोज, राइट। पूल हो गया एंड कैनल। सो यहाँ पे जो है पूल ऑप्शन, पूल, पूल क्या है? पूल एक pool is basically the bound by something else. So that is basically stagnant. So the option will be the third, that is pool. So flow, river, then stagnant, pool. Next question for this analogy, that is what? That is peacock, India, bear, what? So peacock and India, what is the relationship between that? Because peacock is the national bird of India, right? So bear is the, in which country the national element is bear? That is what? That is the Russia. Okay, that is Russia. So you can understand that you have to study little bit general knowledge so that you can easily give the answers of these questions from analogy. Next is what? Next is another interesting, that is the reason, SFBTPO and think is what? So here you have to identify some relationship between reason and this what. So how you can identify? See, here I can write it. The options is F, B, T, P, U. So you can identify the relationship in between that. Okay. So here you can see from R to S, that is plus 1. E to F, that is plus 1 again. A to B plus 1. S to T plus 1. O to P plus 1. N to O plus 1. So you can identify that, you can understand that for every word by word, that is the next word of the previous word, right? So next digit of the previous digit. So S is the next digit of the previous digit, that is R, right? So the in the similar way, T, after T what will be the word? So T, then U, right? H, after is, that will be I. So you don't need to go for the other words, because already you can see there is only one option containing U, I simultaneously. So the option will be 2. Understood? Next is what? Next is about the architect, building, sculpture, what? Right? So architect, building. So that means what? How? What will be the relationship between that? बिकॉज यहाँ पे देखो कि आर्किटेक्ट एक बिल्डिंग का डिजाइन करते हैं, राइट? एक बिल्डिंग का डिजाइन करते हैं। सो जो स्कल्पटर है, स्कल्पटर किसका डिजाइन करते हैं? एक स्टैचू का डिजाइन करते हैं। वो म्यूजियम नहीं बनाते, या वो स्टोन लेके कुछ काम नहीं करते। लेकिन चिजिल क्या है? चिजिल एक टूल से। बट स्टैचू, दैट इज व्हाट? दैट इज बेसिकली ही बेसिकली बिल्ड, ओके, ही बेसिकली डिजाइन दैट। अंडरस्टूड? Next is what? Next question is lawyer, court. And what will be the options? The chemist, laboratory, businessman, office, labor, factory, athlete, Olympic. So you have to identify. the relationship in between lawyer and court. See, the lawyer, the main workplace of lawyer, where that is the court. That means it is basically the workplace. It is basically the workplace of lawyer. Understood? So बिजनेसमैन ऑफिस कभी नहीं जाते. बिजनेसमैन का ऑफिस वो वर्क प्लेस नहीं है. राइट. लेबर लेबर जो है वो फैक्ट्री, लेकिन लेबर बाहर पे भी काम कर सकते हैं. सिर्फ फैक्ट्री उसका वो ऑफिस वर्क प्लेस नहीं है. एथलीट, ओलंपिक्स, सिर्फ ओलंपिक्स सिंगल गेम और सिंगल इवेंट है. सिर्फ ओलंपिक्स में एथलीट नहीं जाते. एथलीट बहुत सारे गेम्स और इवेंट्स में जाते हैं. सो यहाँ पे द मोस्ट सुटेबल ऑप्शन विल बी द केमिस्ट एंड द लेबोरेटरी. सो लेबोरेटरी में केमिस्ट काम करते हैं. अंडरस्टूड. सो दिस इज द ऑप्शंस, करेक्ट ऑप्शंस. नेक्स्ट इज व्हाट? नेक्स्ट इज 16 to 56. So what will be the option? 32. Okay, so यहाँ पे how you can identify? Say, see, 16 is to 56, that means what? That means 16 divided by 56, right? So you can cut it down and the options will be 2 by 7. Okay, options will be 2 by 7. So likewise that 32, so you can do it in in a another way, in a simple way, rather than that 16 is to 56 equal to 32 is to x, right? So that means what? That means 16 by 56 equal to 32 by x. So that will be x equal to 32 divided by 16 into 56. So ultimately that will be your 1 1 2. So the option will be 2. Okay, that is a 1 1 2. Next question is what? Next question is that Lucknow, Patna, Bhopal, Jaipur, what? Next will be what? So just identify the relationship in between these four words. See, the Lucknow, Patna, Bhopal, Jaipur, all of these are capital of different states in India, right? Different capital of different states of in India. So now identify that among these four options, which is the capital city of any state in India. First is the Simla. So Simla is basically the capital word from the of the Himachal Pradesh. So basically Simla is what? Simla is the capital of Himachal Pradesh, that state. Mysore, Pune, Indore. These three are not the capital city of any states. They are very famous, but they are not the capital city. Okay. So here the correct option will be the Simla. Right? Next option, next question is basically reading is related to knowledge in the same way as work is related to what? Okay, work is related to what? Some of you can tell that work is related to money. Why? Because after work you can get some money. Work is basically the employment. So for work you will get some employment. Work is basically related with the experience, that after work you will get some experience. And also engagement, that with the work you have to engage in something, right? So but you have to identify the relationship between reading and knowledge, because if you read more you will get more knowledge, right? If you read more, so you will get more knowledge. Likewise, if you work more you will get more experience. Understood? So this is that means the experience will be the correct answer of these questions. Understood? So with this, I am conclude the whole analogy, because analogy is a long part, and for analogy there is no such suitable formula. For for different questions, there you have to remember different things like the general knowledge, like how the relationship is happened in between these two words. Okay, so this is all about the analogy. Now move on to the next topic of today's session. That is what? That is the classification series. So for classification series, first is what? So this is all about the numbers. Okay, all about the mathematical numbers. So classification series. First is that choose the odd number from the given list. You have to identify the odd number. So first is what? First is 17, then 13, then 27, then 19. Can anyone identify that which one will be the odd number? That will be the 27. Why? Because that 17, 13 and 19, all of these three are basically the prime number. right? All of these three are prime number, but 27 is only the number that you can divide it by 3 or 9 uh, and others. Fine. So that means the 27 will be the odd number from this given list. Next is what? Next is the choose again. You have to choose the odd pair from this letter given in the list. That first is the P Q T, then is D E G, D E H, and next is U V Y and I J N. So just identify, try to identify the relationship in between that. See P, then Q. So what? That plus 0. Okay. P Q R S then T, that means plus 2. Then again D E, that means 0. Then E F G H, so plus 2. Then U V, that means 0, but V, then W X, then Y, so again 2. Now identify the next, that I J, that means 0, but J, then K L M, then N, so that means the plus 3. So easily you can identify the correct options. So that is the IJN, options 4. Fine. Next is what? Next is the again another thing, that is the pick the odd one out from the given pair list. That is the tree, stem, book, page, chair, TV, card, wheel. Okay. So try to identify the relationship in between this first part and the second part. See, stem. Stem is a part of tree. Page is a part of book. You cannot you cannot take or you cannot get any book without page, right? Car, wheel. So wheel is a part of car, because without wheel, that car is nothing, right? So the options will be the chair and TV, because these are two different independent things. They don't have any relationship in between that. TV is not the part of chair, right? So that option 3 will be the correct option. Next is what? Next is the choose the word which is different from the rest. So that means again the odd one out. First is the radio, then television, then telephone, then X-ray. So the first three is definitely the mass media. That means you can communicate from here and there. That is the mass media. You can give the advertisement for the radio, through television, and through the telecalling, that is the telephone. But the option 4, that is given the X-ray. So through X-ray, you cannot communicate with anyone. Through X-ray, you cannot advertise your product. Okay, so X-ray is not the mass media. So it is basically a terminology in the medical domain. So that's why the option 4 will be the correct option. Next is what? Next is the choose the word which is different from the rest. So again, odd one out. First is the volume, size, large, weight. So what will be the option? Definitely the option will be the large. Why large? Because volume, size, your weight, all of these three term is basically the physical terminology, or you can tell it as a physical dimension. Okay, physical dimension. But the large can be the dimension if you can define large as a centimeter, or as a length, or as a breadth. But large in respect of what? Is it in length, is it in size, is it in volume, is it in weight, what? So that's why large will be the odd from this list 3 option. Next is what? Next is that again odd one out. FAAOFFATTIFF. So what will be the option? See, for every word, they are consist of 3 digit. They are consist of 3 digit, one vowel and two consonant. So the option 2, that is contain one vowel, that is O, and two consonant, that is FF. Again the option 3, ATT, one vowel, two consonant. Again the option 4, IFF, one vowel, two consonant. And the option 1, that will be the correct answer. So here that is content one consonant and two vowel. So that's why this is the correct option. So with this, I am concluding this chapter that is about the classification of series. So here you can get the questions like the odd or out. So where uh, you have to remember every time about the position of all the alphabets, again the vowel, again the consonant, and also the few relationship, and also the few mathematical operations, right? So that this part will be very very scoring part from all the reasoning. So with this, I am coming to the next topic, that is the numerical puzzles. So with the name suggests, you can identify that, or you can remember that these will be the numerical questions or mathematical questions, but with the puzzles. So here is a puzzle that first question is given, that what will be in between the third options, in between the third triangle. In the first triangle, that is 4, 9, 7, 12. Then second triangle 1, 1, 4, and third triangle is basically the 2, 6, 5. So what will be that? What will be the options? Right. So here, how you can identify the relationship? You can identify the relationship through like that. See that 4 is given at top. 4 is given at top, right? And 7. So left side, 4 and 7. What is the difference between these two? The difference is 3, right? Now add 3 plus 9. So you will get 12. 3 plus 9, you will get 12. Simultaneously in the next triangle, 1 and 1, what will be the difference? That is 0. So 0 plus 4, what will be the answer? 4. Okay, so likewise, what will be the difference between 2 and 6? That is 3. So 3 and 5, what will be the option? 3 and 5, the option will be 8. Sorry, that 6 and 2, the your difference will be 4. Okay, the difference will be 4. So 4 plus 5, the option will be 9. Okay, 4 plus 5, the option will be 9. So likewise, you have to identify the relationship between these different numerical operations, because here here if you can uh, if you do just in an opposite way. So how? In an opposite way, like the difference between 9 and 5. Difference between 9 and 5. How much? 5. Okay, so 9 and 4, the difference will be 5. So 5 plus 7, that will be 12. Again, in the second triangle, 1 and 4, what will be the difference? 3. So 3 plus 1, that will be the 4. Oh, in the third triangle, 2 and 5, what is the difference? 3. So 3 plus 6, the answer will be 9. Okay. So likewise, you can give and you will solve the options. Next is what? Next is about another numerical questions, that is A2, C4, E6, G3, I5, likewise, and if M5, O9, Q14, likewise. Okay. So what will be the option? See that A, then B, then C, then D. Okay. G, H, I, J, that could be K. That could be. That may be or may not be. Just look in the third row, that M, then N, then O, then P, then Q. Okay, so here I can confirm that K will be the first digit, because in every row there is a similar kind of relationship. Next, the digit. So 2, 4. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That could be 7, but I'm not sure. But next is 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Then 9, then 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now you can see this. Here is a little trick, that see that here you can see that 5, then 6. Okay, 5, sorry, then something could be happen, but after that there is 10, 11, 12, 13. So in between that there is total 4 digit. Okay, in between that there is total 4 digit. But here So here you can expect there will be 2 digit at least. So 2 digit means 6 7, so the option will be K8. So here you can find out the option. Understood that here is a, in between that there is a one gap. In the second row there will be the two gap. In the third row there will be the fourth gap. Okay, just a double. Fine. So that's why the option will be the K8. So the last question for these numerical puzzles, that is what? That is another chart or another diagram. So you have to identify the question mark. Okay, from this option, from this given option. So what will be the answer? Just so this is the question I am giving you for the next class. Okay, do it, solve it by yourself, and give the answer in the comment box. I will check and I will discuss it in the next session that will be on tomorrow. Okay. So with this, I am concluding this session about the first day of the reasoning for this law entrance exam. And I have covered today about the analogy, about this series, and also the numerical puzzles. So I hope you have understood and you can understand that what will be your preparation strategy for this reasoning. So uh, reasoning is very scoring part from any entrance exam. Fine. So hope you have liked this video and you can share among your friends. So we will meet in the next class, that is on tomorrow, that is in our next session. Till then, stay tuned with us. Thank you.